Hey Pisces, how you doing? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, all placements in between. So we have Pisces in your chart. This could be for you, or are you if you are a life path one. Okay, this will be specifically for life path one. Actually, I should say. All right, life path one, or you resonate with this number a lot, or you're born on the first or the 10th, things like that. All right, so we're going to find out what is there to know for my Pisces placements that are life path ones. Okay, so numerology is very telling as well, just like astrology is, all right, because each number is tied to a planet, things like that. So we're going to do your oracle cards first. We're going to start with the first one for Pisces, okay? First oracle card for Pisces that are life path ones or resonate with the number one. What is there to know here? The first oracle card for Pisces. The first oracle card for Pisces. The first oracle card for Pisces. So at the bottom, give and receive. So there may be something like where you maybe overgive or you've overgave a lot. Um, it's almost like you give and expect something in return. As a mean to like, I feel like there's something like that. Okay, I'm getting all right. Divine knowledge. So yeah, there's something maybe a habit where you do this a lot. You overgive. All right, not wanting to be seen as the bad person, the bad guy, like the villain, whatever. Like there's something about like you don't want to be seen in a bad light, pretty much. Yeah, tied together. So you may be dealing with some type of like there's something about habits here, okay? Something about that that's coming through already. So we're gonna find out from the cards here, from my tarot here, what this is. We're gonna find out what this tied together is, not of Isis is. All right. There's a lot of orange here, so there's a lot of emotional connection. You maybe have emotional connections to things that are unhealthy to you, possibly here. Let's see. Let's find out what does this card mean. Source, universe, spirit guides, angels. All right. What does this mean for Pisces that are life path ones or resonate with the number one a lot here? What do Pisces life path ones need to know about this card here? This tied together card here. What is there to know? So we have the Hermit. Okay, I feel like there is some a need to withdraw or need to like I don't know. There's something around. Yeah, Six of Swords. So I feel like you experienced awakenings um, multiple times, even as far as psychosis, even spiritual psychosis, quote unquote, allegedly. Entertainment purposes only. Okay. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, Queen of Swords here, in the placement of your first house, which is your identity, your physical appearance, your general outlook. So you feel like, there's an energy here where you're maybe tied to resentment or something like that. Like you resent people that just leave your life, or like even if they have good reason to leave your life or a good reason to pull back or something, like there's a vibe around that Pisces, like a need to not to see the other person's perspective, so to speak. Yeah, death card in the placement of self-worth, self-love, finances, personal belongings, resources. So there could be a lot of things that have like that didn't get off the ground, so to speak, with this when it comes to finances or something like that. Pisces, first house. There's an energy around like not seeing through something or not seeing something clearly at times. Okay, like there's something around that. Um, Not trying to look for things in other people, so to speak, is what I get. Like there's something about not wanting to not be liked or like seen in a bad light that keeps coming through a lot. Yeah, Five of Wands here in the placement of your third house of thoughts, communication, mind. So yeah, I feel like there's always this thing where you feel this in the third house of your third house is also your childhood, young adult years. So there's something about like wanting to be the best or wanting to be successful, Pisces. Okay, um, you're probably like I feel like it could be like this came through the other day or so in the reading There's an obsession almost with success and how that looks, is what I see here. Yeah, Nine of Cups in the placement of your fourth house of family, home, emotions, ancestors. So yeah, there's something, some type of emotional connection. Maybe there's something you still haven't let go of here. I feel like there's something around that. Okay, Pisces, life path one. There's something you need to let go of here. Um, Emotional connection here that is, you're going through this transformation. Your old self is trying to hold on. Your old self is trying to still feel resentful, or like there's something about that. Okay. Five of Swords here, yeah, in the placement of your fifth house of confidence, creativity, self-expression. So yeah, I feel like instead of stepping into your purpose, Pisces, I feel like you feel kind of like on the fence or something about something, that you're still tied to something that was in the past or something, or like there's something that you're slowly releasing possibly here, that needs to be had here. Fives deal with Mercury. They deal with your mind. They deal with your ideas. So there's something about, again, like you're just, maybe you're trying to start a business or something. You're trying to build it and it's not working, or like, but you're, because you still have some type of tie to something that's holding you from stepping into your full potential or something like that. I feel like, Pisces. Okay. Yeah, Two of Wands in the placement of your work, job, health, sense of self improvement. So I feel like, again, like there's something about you at your work, that is, you're very successful, or you're like the most likely one to succeed, or you always like to be perceived that way. Oh, well, he's successful or she's successful. Like that's what success looks like, or something. Like there's something about an image here that you are maybe were obsessed with, or have become obsessed with, or something. I feel like, um, we have the Prince of Swords here in the seventh house of one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. So yeah, I just feel like, your communication style, could be very brash. It could be very harsh, or it has been in the past, or something. Like maybe you didn't speak up, or you didn't say anything, something like that, or like there's something about like not standing up for yourself in some way, shape, or form. I feel like, Pisces, something about you not standing up for yourself, not saying something, speaking up about something in the past for previous things. Not like maybe there's like an energy, again, energy of a misunderstanding. You may have misunderstandings or something. Like people didn't mean to, like what they said, you may have misinterpreted it or something, or vice versa, whatever, like that kind of energy. All right, yeah, Seven of Cups. Yeah, so it may be a thing where you still think about to this day. Maybe there's something that could have been said differently, or done differently, but there's nothing that could have been done differently. I feel like there's something about a misunderstanding here, misinterpretation. You're assuming something maybe about somebody else. You know, this is a place of your eighth house of spiritual growth, evolution, change. So there's a need to let go of resentment here. Okay, a grudge, of so to speak, Pisces, if you haven't already. The sevens deal with spirituality. So in order to ascend to a greater plane of existence, or your highest potential, you need to let go of some things that you can't change. Okay, like that's the energy. All right. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something about this, especially with money, Pisces. There's something about money with you here. Okay, something like tied to, like you just want to help everybody, Pisces. You just want to help everybody. That's what I get. Like, and it's just like this energy of, you just want everybody to to win or whatever. But sometimes I feel like, Pisces, sometimes you could get obsessive with trying to help every single person, or like I just feel like it's like this. Well, I helped you, so you need to help me back, or something. You need to help me too, or something. Like something, expecting something in return, Pisces. There's like this energy around that. Maybe you could be releasing that, like expecting something in return from something. You know, doing things for the wrong reasons, so to speak, Pisces. Okay. Yeah, Ace of Swords in the placement of your 10th house, which is career, status, long term health. Yeah, there's some type of, maybe there. I get a lot of communication and misunderstandings. I feel like here, Three of Cups in the placement of your 11th house. Okay, which is your acquaintances, social group, social media. So again, I feel like, Pisces, it's like you probably have been misled, by people, or you're delusional in some way, shape, or form. You didn't have really a lead, or you didn't trust yourself, or you didn't say nothing, like that kind of energy. Yeah, King of Cups here, in the placement of spirituality, solitude, life behind closed doors here. Pisces, this could be you. Life path one, Pisces. So yeah, I feel like there is a need to really under just to figure out why you keep. It's almost like you keep running into the same type of energy. It feels like you have to dive deep, Pisces, or something about diving into yourself and asking yourself, why do you feel so resentful? Why do you always expect something in return? Or like something like that. Like that's the kind of energy. Like, why is there always misunderstandings or something? Like having to really ask yourself those tough questions, Pisces. I feel like there's something about that where you maybe have been, or maybe there's a need to here with this card tied together. You're tied to certain um, like shadow. I'm gonna say like types of things that need to be acknowledged here and wonder, get to the bottom of it in some way. Um, like there's that kind of energy I see here, Pisces, life path ones. Okay, so we're gonna get into this next oracle card over here. So we're gonna do another one, pull another one here for you, Pisces, life path ones. Okay, we're gonna see. Let's see, second card for Pisces, life path ones. Yeah, of the heart. Yeah, there's something about your heart space here. Okay, there's something that you need to heal here with your heart space. All right. So we're going to get into this card here, of the heart. So let's see here. What is this card for Pisces, life path 1, source, universe, spirit, guides, angels? What is this card here for Pisces, life path 1? What is this card here for Pisces, life path 1? All right, let's see. What is this card here for Pisces, life path 1? Or Pisces that resonate with this life path or are born on this number. Okay, let's see. So we have at the bottom Princess of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like there's an energy where justice. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of around money, Pisces. I'm getting a ton around money. Like I feel you're being involved with the people that you really you should when you need to use your discernment and it's like this energy of being. I feel like just not seeing the other side of the story or not understanding the other person kind of energy. I feel like Prince of Wands here. So yeah, this is obsession over an image. Possible. I feel like there's something about an image thing. How you're perceived, like literally how you're seen in the world. Like are you like oh he or she's a really good person, things like that. Like there's a very like almost an unhealthy obsession with that, like that kind of energy. I feel like because this energy where you always you're meant to shine, but like there's this obsession over wanting to shine and staying in that light, but like not acknowledging certain things about yourself that may need like need healing, and so to speak. I feel like, all right, the moon, yeah, exactly. And this is a placement of self-worth, self-love, finances, resources, personal belongings, because that reflects everything. Okay, this is like there's fish in this card, so this is you, Pisces. Okay, there's a need to work on your self-worth here. Okay, life path one, Pisces. All right. The star in the placement of your third house, thoughts, communication, mind. So yeah, I just feel like there's an obsession with image here, an image of some sort with yourself, how you picture a good relationship. Like it's like almost like when somebody doesn't live up to your image, like you're upset or something. Like there's something with that. King of Pentacles in the placement of your fourth house, family, home, emotions, ancestors. So yeah, it's just like this thing with money, Pisces. Um, this stability thing, this having you build something here, but there's something that there's a foundation here that is lacking or something. Princess of Wands in the fifth house of confidence, creativity, self-expression. So I feel like your foundations, Pisces, are built around other people, not around yourself. That's what I get. That's the issue. I feel like allegedly here, entertainment purposes only. But, when it says of the heart, this is of your heart, not, like you have to cater to yourself. You got to lay foundations for you. You got to do things, build things that are, healthy. When you're healing yourself, working on yourself, Pisces, you're doing things, laying foundations for you. You're laying these things down for you and not for others and catering to others a lot. Okay? Yeah, judgment in the placement of your sixth house of work, job, routine, health. All right. So yeah, I feel like there's at least, maybe a few coworkers, a few colleagues here that um, you hang out with or something. Maybe you don't have that many colleagues you can speak with or whatever. But it's like this energy of spirit trying to show you that you're looking for things that are outside of you. Okay, you have to find it here, Pisces. Okay, life path one, Pisces. You got to find it here, what it is that what truly is you. Not coming from like a projection of somebody else. This obsession with image and this being seen in a certain way is coming through a lot for you, Pisces. Okay, the Four of Cups in the placement of your seventh house of one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. So there's a sense of like feeling like you can't be yourself or you're afraid to be yourself in conversations or something like that, Pisces. I feel like there's something about that. Like you almost obsess over like the perfect relationship, what it's supposed to look like, and that drives you crazy. And you need to release that type of idea or that ideology around a perfect relationship. Okay, I feel like yeah, Princess of Swords in the placement of your eighth house, which is spiritual growth, evolution, change. Okay, so there's a need. Like I just feel like you have such a thing with image here. Um, Certain ideologies here. I see. Yeah, Ace of Wands in the placement of your ninth house of open-mindedness, stepping out of one's comfort zone here. So yeah, I feel like there's this energy around what are your passions, Pisces? What do you want to do? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to grow and expand in? That kind of energy instead of just getting stuck on an ideology or something. I feel like, okay, yeah, Ten of Swords, because it's gotten you into this type of energy. It's gotten you, supposedly hurt more than often than not because you have an image thing, an ideology of certain things, and it doesn't turn out that way, and therefore your heart space becomes resentful or something. It's important to release those things. Okay, maybe you are doing this already. This is confirmation, but there's something around that. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, what do you want to do? What are you putting out there, Pisces? In the placement of social media, technology, acquaintances. Okay, so that kind of energy. What are you putting out there? What type of, like I mentioned, a lot of like again, like this idea of something. Okay, yeah, Temperance in the placement of your 12th house, which deals with spirituality, solitude, life behind closed doors. So there's something about maybe you're not completely comfortable with yourself, Pisces. You're not comfortable being by yourself or comfortable doing things for yourself. Like there's something around that, Pisces. Okay, that's why this of the heart came out here, because then you need to do things of your heart. Okay, that's what I get. Like you gotta drop all of what you were taught about like what success looks like, images, what perfect relationship looks like what a perfect person looks like. That like you have to like kind of rebuild almost, like start from scratch. Pisces is what I get here with you Pisces life path ones. Okay, revamp. Okay, so we're gonna do one more oracle card here for Pisces life path ones here, and then I'll close out this reading. Okay. So one more oracle card for Pisces life path ones. Thank you, Source, Universe, Spirit Guides, Angels. One more oracle card for Pisces life path ones, or resonate with this number, or are born on the 1st or 10th. All right, let's see. So yeah, we have silence. Okay, so there's a need to be in silence right now, or need to union. Okay, there's like this thing where you have to meet yourself here. Okay, I feel like this again is an obsession over a relationship, over a obsession over a type of relationship, or what you consider something as perfect, or something like that, Pisces. Like this whole, it just everything's yeah, healing and renewal. Like I mentioned, the healing and renewal here. Okay, this is Nefertum. Okay, so I just feel this energy where you have to heal your heart big time, Pisces. You maybe be doing this already, so if you're already healing, doing all these things, this is just confirmation for you. But let's see what this card is. Let's break this down. All right. So, what does this healing and renewal card mean for Pisces? Life path ones here. What does this mean for Pisces life path ones? This healing and renewal card. What does this mean? What does this mean, Pisces? For Pisces life path ones, or resonate with this number. All right. Yeah, the Emperor. Again, like there's this status thing here. This even material things here. You see this little. It looks like a. I don't know what that is, but that looks like a pendant of some sort. So yeah, there's like this again, like you have to like just unlearn everything that you were taught about what a teacher looks like, a leader looks like, success looks like, success looks like, that kind of thing. And you're getting yourself involved with maybe people that that are try to fit that. You try to fit people into your unrealistic ideology or something like that. Okay. Yeah, Six of Pentacles here in the first house of your general outlook, identity. So again, yeah, you're putting out, like, what are you putting out here? Projecting, Pisces. Okay, that's very important. All right, Temperance in the second house of your finances, resources, personal belonging, self-worth. So yeah, there's a need to, work on your self-worth, your self-love here, Pisces. That's the biggest thing. Um, and really be mindful of what you're projecting out into the world. Yeah, Four of Wands in the place of your third house of thoughts, communication, mind. So yeah, I feel like you're a person that is very careful, or is very careful what they say, mindful of what they say. Maybe to the point where you're silent all the time. That's why that silence card was there when I was splitting the oracle deck. There's something about maybe needing to say something and you don't, Pisces. Noticing something and then not speaking on it, or something. Eight of Cups here in the fourth house of family, home, emotions, ancestors. Yeah, because if you like, I just feel like you still could dread some of these things, over like things you may have trusted, or you feel like you were betrayed, or like sometimes I feel, Pisces, there's more to the story than you think sometimes with things. Okay, it's an energy about reading between the lines with you, Pisces. You need to do that. Okay, yeah, the Sun in the placement of your fifth house, which is creativity, confidence, self-expression, life purpose. So, are you truly living your purpose? Are you truly living up to your potential? Pisces, life path one. Are you shining bright, or are you just dimming yourself, dimming your light? I feel like there's like a lot of inner child healing that needs to take place here. All right, yeah, the Hermit in the placement of your sixth house, which is your work, your job, your routine, your sense of self-improvement. So are you addressing things here, Pisces? What are the things you're noticing about yourself that like you need to address, like that type of energy? Okay, the Hierophant. Okay, in the placement of your seventh house, which is one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. So I feel like, yeah, you need to see things for what they are, see people for what they are, Pisces. You have to, like, I just feel like you're not seeing things clearly, or you're misunderstanding something, or something like that, or this is what that was you at one point. Okay. Um, but yeah, Seven of Swords, like what were you seeing here that you were denying? Okay, with the Seven of Swords in the placement of your eighth house, which is spiritual growth, evolution, change. So what was it that you were trying not to see, but you saw it, but you tried to unsee it and try to see the good or something, or you're just, like there is something about that, like energy, not with your intuition, things like that. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. So is this a thing around money with you, Pisces? Eight of Pentacles in the ninth house of your expansion, open-mindedness. Okay, I feel like you may The eights are long term. So the way you see long term, some for what you want, it's like it takes like there's something that you're not maybe not committed to completely. I feel like, but you want something, but then you commit to something that is opposite of it, or something. Yeah, the Chariot in the placement of your 10th house of career, long-term status. Okay, the past. So I think you just need to leave the past where it is, Pisces. That's the biggest thing for you right here. That's how you're gonna heal. You gotta let go of the past. You gotta let go of the things that have happened already. The Tower. Okay, things happen for a reason, Pisces. All right. And the placement of social media, acquaintances, social groups. So there's a lot of things that you were shown that you didn't, that really kind of said, oh wow, I I can't believe I believe that or whatever. Like there's this thing where your reality is like you're getting a reality check almost, Pisces. Like it's like you're being brought back to earth, so to speak. Yeah, 8 of Wands, so you can't run from it. Okay, 8 of Wands here in the 12th house of spirituality, solitude, light behind closed doors. So there's an element of spirituality that needs a little bit of work. You may be too materialistic even. Like again, an obsession over some type of image of success and what a leader looks like, a teacher looks like, that kind of thing. Guru looks like kind of thing. It's almost like you got lost in that energy. Okay, and this is why this card came out here too, healing and renewal. All right, so you need to understand that when you project a certain type of ideology that people cannot meet, you gotta use your discernment. Okay, speak on something. You have to be your own guide. You have to heal this heart space of yours. This heart is holding on to a lot of stuff. It feels like, or it was, or you're releasing it wherever you're at in your journey. But that's what I feel, Pisces. Okay, life path ones. All right, there's a need for like your whole total reality is changed. Like you're just like you had this reality in mind, this vision, and then all of a sudden now that's not the case. Like it's being torn down right now, and you're having to face that, and understand that why things happen the way they do. Okay, that's what I get. All right, Pisces. So that was your Life Path 1 reading. Hope you all enjoyed this. Comment below if this resonated. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Support me on TikTok, The Cap Medicine. Support me on Blue Sky, The Cap Medicine. I am available for personal readings. I'll put my email in the description box and some of the services that I offer. The rest of it can be found in the community section of my page of this channel. All right, so because I do healings as well, along with readings, I offer quite a bit. I do mediumship readings, dream interpretation readings, soul purpose readings, career readings, Archangel Messages, Egyptian God Goddess Messages, you name it. All right, I do all those types of things, so don't hesitate to reach out and hit the email in my bio, in my description, so if you're interested in a reading, booking a reading or a healing session with me. So, all right, y'all, remember the more you heal, the more you notice. Stay hydrated, stay safe, stay protected. I love y'all. Namaste, and remember your best is always good enough. I love y'all.